in this multi-million-dollar studio, we make it happen. I did have to clean a truck out yesterday for work. I found a crown, like a tooth, in the bottom of the console. It was disgusting. I mean, what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do?
Did you keep it?
No, I just vacuumed that mug up. So this is Noel.
Oh yeah, welcome to Coda's Crib Podcast, the number 4 podcast in the world. 4.5. It's dropped because we haven't been posting every other Friday. We're here every so often Friday now. So thanks for coming in once a quarter. Hopefully maybe the holiday season. There's just something about it. Coda's Crib's in the air. You have more free time. You're off work more. You just want more entertainment. And it's cold outside. And what are you going to do? You're going to sit back. You're going to be on the comfort of your own couch, of your home. You're going to watch Coda's Crib podcast with a coffee. I wish we would have a sponsor by now, but we're going through sponsors daily of just who do we want, who do we really feel like just supports the heartbeat of this organization, of this podcast, and we haven't found it yet. Can we have a special shout out? Starbucks. I know this is gonna be, some people are like Starbucks, like 6-7. They're gonna be like, Starbucks, why support them, yada yada. Okay, we get it. But I'll tell you one thing: the Starbucks that we went to this morning, 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning, was absolutely packed out the gate. Does Georgia? No, Georgia's playing Florida, so it's not even like a home Georgia game. So they're just packed out the gate this morning.
Oh yeah,
and that barista,
he was getting it.
They were getting it. They're getting it this morning. Absolutely going to town. So special shout out, just those people that just don't get that special shout out sometimes. I'm gonna shout you out.
Oh, 100%.
They were getting it.
And even where this Starbucks is, it's next to this Chick-fil-A. And my gosh, people want the Lord chicken on a Saturday morning because it was packed out in the zoo. Like the line was backed out to the road, and you couldn't even get into Starbucks. And but we had a good time, a good bonding moment.
Tyler almost made us leave, but you know what? We pushed through. We drove in.
I did almost.
He almost told us to turn around.
When we were pulling in, I was like, like there's way too many people. But that's why we have a team. We build each other up.
That's why I drove.
That's why Noel drove, and I was scared for my life. I had our 2 seatbelts.
Sure.
Not really, just one. But it was a good little time.
That was good.
Good little time. Now we're coming back to Coda's Crib, back to our roots.
Who's the celebs of like of the new kids? Like we were growing up, it was like Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, like those were the people.
What's that?
Demi Lovato,
the TikTok girl, starts with an A. I don't even remember her name now.
Addison
Ray, Charlie D'Amelio, like there's those people who like, are there even are there A-listers for kids? Like if I'm a kid right now watching, is there Disney Channel? Like what am I watching? Who do I want to be? Because like when I was a kid, like I was watching Wizards of Waverly Place. I wanted to be Selena Gomez. Like I did, but like who is that person then?
Gosh, I don't even know. I get now everything's on TikTok, so it's not like who's the famous not who's the famous Disney Channel. It's who's the famous TikToker.
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
Yeah, and sorry, my mom was calling, and I mean, she should. I blocked out the schedule for today.
Yeah,
she should have understood the assignment. But I don't know who are they, like like what's the shows? Is Disney still producing shows like they are?
They're doing like a Wizards of Waverly Place, like new.
See, they're revamping what we had back then. There's no original anything.
Not the same.
It's not,
dude. When they revamp SpongeBob, that's gonna be a sad day. That's gonna be.
SpongeBob's
all I watch.
I don't think you can revamp.
No, even the episodes they make now, because sometimes how like they make movies and they're like on movie 8.
Yeah.
Okay, you just gotta stop.
You just got like Fast and Furious. Like
Transformers, the 5th one, like it just got worse and worse.
You ever had like a Christmas present like ruined for you?
Yeah, mostly because it was my fault because I was snooping.
Did you snoop? Were you one of those snoopers?
Yeah.
Bro, did you ever snoop?
No, I wasn't a snooper, but I accidentally destroyed my favorite Christmas present ever. Isn't this more? Like, I wanted a guitar at the time. Never learned guitar. Anyways, I got a guitar. This door was locked. I was like, oh, the cleaning supplies are in here. See, I was being good. I was going to get cleaning supplies. I unlocked the door, and all the Christmas presents were there. And my guitar was on the bed. And it was ruined. And then I saw it, and I knew what it was.
When was this?
I was probably like 8.
Okay.
I can honestly say I have never peeped at any present. My mom, like that, she'd always keep them like in a closet or something, but she'd like say, "Don't go in there," and I didn't. That was restraint, and that was the Lord working in me. Let's hop into a point. Here's what I wanted to say. This has just been on my notes for a while, and I just have never had the heart to say it. But professional cornhole, there is no bust. If you play bust rule while you play cornhole, I'm sorry, but you're just wrong, and it just ruins the game. It ruins the game. I hate the bust rule. It not only do I hate it, it's just not a rule. American Cornhole Association, professionally played, there's no bust rule. All it does is, if you're good at the game, it just makes you, it handicaps you.
Yeah.
It makes you less good at the game because now you got to not put it in the hole, which is the point, because that gives you the most points. Like
cornhole.
Yeah, like cornhole. You know, that it just upsets me.
I get that. And that sounds like a rule that was made by somebody that was like losing. That was losing. They're like game point. They're losing, and it's like, oh no, you went over 21 or 20. Is it 21?
21.
You went over 21. You busted.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah, you never heard about that rule. Now it's just stuck.
No, it's really terrible because like okay, so I can't put it in the hole, which is the point of the game. Get me the most points. You know,
it's terrible.
So
hey, we're here. They say there for a reason, you know. Like the bad people's got to have a one up eventually.
Yeah, no doubt. But it's like in any sport you play, it's like, do they set you back from scoring the most amount of points? Like basketball, it's like, do you just you win too much, so you go back now? No,
you shot too many threes.
Yeah, exactly. You made too many threes. It's just not there.
That would suck. Every player gets like a max,
points.
three. They can only shoot 3 threes.
Yeah, that would stink. So let's talk about. Okay, me and Tyler had a good conversation. This will be good. We talked about like pet peeves and what Tyler's pet peeves is. Tyler's pet peeve, his number one pet peeve, is like people being on their phones. He thinks just that at awkward times, like if there's any lull in a conversation and then you go straight to your phone, like he's like, why, man? You know?
Because I see somebody walk in and they sit, like if they're in a waiting room at the doctor, they come in and they just sit down and instantly.
So what do you just watch everyone?
So
I talk to the guy next to me. He's just sitting there.
Okay, no, I like that, but okay, so let me give you, I would say. Let me put some scenarios out there, and then you tell me, is it okay to get on your phone? Because explain your position.
But sometimes you're working, so like okay, I get it. Nowadays everything's on the phone, so you got to work on your. Sometimes you got to do things on your phone. I get that. You got to call people, but it's the times where it's like, you could easily just be like chatting it up with like your friend, especially or something like that, and you're just sitting there on your phone, you're scrolling on TikTok like that. If you're just doing that and you're not talking to like that, that's a problem. But then if you're sending some emails and stuff like that, okay. You gotta work. So.
Okay, but so what's your position that like unless you are working on your phone in a public setting, you shouldn't go to your phone?
No, because I think sometimes you gotta read the room. So like I went and did this one event with this guy. So when we finished this event that we were playing at, we went to go eat. Okay. So we go in and we're waiting for our food. And it's just me and him.
Mm-hmm.
We're waiting for our food and we're in a conversation. We order, sit down, waiting for it, and instantly pulls out his phone, goes to Instagram, and he's just scrolling. And I'm literally sitting there, like hands crossed, like fingers crossed, and it's just like sitting there, just talking. And then in the middle of the conversation, just goes on Instagram for the rest of the time. Like, what is that?
Which that's where I agree. I agree that like if it is, especially if it's someone you know and you're with someone. Like, unless they are doing, like, if it's me and you hanging out, unless there's just it's one thing if you're with each other for 4 days straight, like, obviously you're going to go to your phone at some point and do all that. But, like, if we're, hey, let's go get lunch or something, and then you're just on your phone or whatever, I'm on my phone, like, okay, that I totally back, and it's your friend and all that. But, okay, here's, which I think as a whole, people have gotten, like, they just go straight to their phone in any awkward situation. I agree, but let me give you a couple scenarios, and you tell me if it's okay for you or not. Right. Okay, so first one. Okay, I don't know. This might be coming from experience. I don't know. You go to to get an oil change. All right, so you're going to Honda Super Center to get an oil change, and you're sitting in the waiting room. You're waiting on your car to get that change of oil, and you are just sitting in the waiting room. There's 20 other people, but you got a guy to the right of you that he looks like he's had about 20 years of stories on his chest that he wants to get off. And you're honestly not in the mood to totally talk about that and relive his whole 30 past plus years. So you go to your phone and you are scrolling through TikTok, waiting on your car, not talking. Yes or no?
I feel like I would, if I was in that scenario and I didn't want to talk, I feel like I would just call somebody, or I didn't want to talk to that guy. I would call somebody, like a friend, and just be like, just chat it up. Just
Okay.
why not?
Otherwise, you're going to talk to him. Otherwise, like, no
I mean,
one calls.
because I can, end the conversation like, all right, man, dude, it was so nice talking to you. Thank you for your wisdom that you just bestowed on me. But I gotta go.
Yeah. No. I feel like I've had that. I got to catch myself because sometimes I'm like, all right, this is a good opportunity to like share the Lord with somebody. But sometimes I'm like,
It's a Saturday morning, and you're like, I just don't want to talk
like
to nobody.
so there's some days. There's
Yeah.
some days where it's like that.
And I think it goes back to some people are just, I don't know if I'm one of those, but maybe some people are just old souls, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're back in the day. Their lives are and minds are back in the day,
Yeah.
but they're in a, 20-year-old body.
You know what you need?
What?
A flip phone. We should just go back to flip phones. You think we'll ever go back to flip phones? You know how like the trends, it's always like the new school always get something new. They use it for a while and then they go back to what it was before, like in fashion. In fashion, like they wear the new style, and then the new style is what was the style back in the 80s or 90s and stuff. You think we'll ever go back to like flip phones?
I don't know if it'll be like
Do
that.
they even sell flip phones anymore?
I think, and
now,
I'll make this.
now flip phones are like they get the
That's
screen,
true. That's
they got
true.
The Google Pixel.
But I think, and this is a hot take. I think if the world went back to flip phones, we would have a whole different generation.
Yeah, we were talking about last night. Like, I wish I was grew up like high school wise in the 90s or like early 2000s, like when I was born 04.
I would be.
That'd be awesome.
We need our psych major in here, my fiance. But
yeah.
I would be curious to see what the like anxiety rate of before, like social media, phones, all that, the access of internet, like anxiety rates before and after. Because I bet, honestly, if we went back to flip phones and old school like that, I mean, first off, you would get immediately, even someone who's not even on their phone a lot, not on your phone a lot, right now is like 1 to 2 hours a day, I would say.
Yeah.
So you get back immediately 1 to 2 hours a day of getting on whatever social media platform you are. Me included, I need to be better at this. I'm trying. But you get back that time, then you're also not spending it on Instagram, on whatever you're on, social media platforms. And then it's, I mean, you got all that time back, all the anxieties, the comparison games. It's just how it is.
I think some people's screen time looks different too, because some people are like,
and not all screen time's bad.
Yeah, but some people are not. They're not on their phone, but they just got done playing 6 hours worth of Call of Duty.
Yeah,
on
no, that's
PlayStation or
true.
whatever.
That's true.
And so then they don't have any time to get on their phone.
And screen time's different because like sometimes I'm not totally anti video game, to where I think some video games, if you're like with a friend talking, like, I mean, that's still, it's a different kind of like communication, socializing, but it's still, I think, can be somewhat positive. Obviously not rotting for 20 hours on a game, but like there's different levels of screen time too, to where even if some people on their phone 8 hours a day, well, 4 of it might be a good podcast they listen to or whatever, like, Spotify, listen to worship music, whatever it is. So not all screen time's bad, but I think you would see a drastic shift. The theologian Josiah Queen said, you got dust on your Bibles, brand new iPhones.
No wonder why we feel this way.
No wonder why we feel this way. The theologian Josiah Queen said that. So
that's good. He's great. But no, I think maybe the key is we all just what is that? Is it Amish? We all just go.
Yeah.
Amish?
Oh yeah.
We just live off.
Bro, that would be something wild. Coda's crib infiltrates the Amish.
Dude, while listening to Josiah Queen.
That would be insane. Yes. They're like, They wouldn't have no dust on their iPhones. Tell you that. They would feel no conviction for that. So
That's right.
that would be good. Also, I feel like the whole time I've just been looking to my right.
No, it's okay.
It's just habit.
Well,
I'm not used to a third chair, so I've had to catch myself like making a little quick peek over there. But
So now that you had some time to think,
Oh,
drill
we
us.
also put her on a word count, so she's
Yeah.
trying to stay a little
Word
quiet.
keeping it down.
But yeah, I think that's good. I think we honestly like Coda Script's speaking a little bit of wisdom
Oh
here.
yeah, oh yeah. And sometimes like you may be watching and it might not be making sense, or
Yeah.
like, man, what are they rambling on? Like, what is going on? But honestly, if you haven't watched any Coda's Crib, that's just Coda's Crib at
Yeah.
its finest.
Yeah.
To this day, that's how it's been all the time.
You should be able to skip through our video, and at any point on there, it's a whole different conversation.
Mhm,
Like
mhm,
nothing
mhm.
flows.
And when you start, the way that you start the video when you're watching it is how you're gonna end. You're not gonna come out knowing anything but what you came in there with. So that's just the beauty of it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Noel?
So, any questions or
Any questions? I don't know. Tyler, who did your eyebrows?
You know, I was expecting this one. I was expecting.
I forgot I was gonna start off the pod with that, but
I was expecting this one. But yeah, that's tune in next time.
yeah, Tyler recently
For
got his
the-
eyebrows done, so
It was
we
not
just-
recent. It was
we
like
just-
3 months ago.
Oh wow. Spoiler.
Okay.
So, anyways, yeah, but that's I think that's all we have here.
Tune in. To,
Oh! Give him a brief benediction. You remember that?
So this is well, you sat there and read something.
I know, but here I want you to give that benediction you gave me this morning. That verse that you gave me. Do you remember it?
Oh, better is open revoke than hidden love. So basically, if you sitting there and you love somebody but you're not telling them, shoot, better is to just openly rebuke them. Openly rebuke them. I mean that's terrible, right? You need to tell that person if you love them.
And that's straight out of the Proverbs.
And if you did, oh wait a minute, we're about to get.
No, go.
So and if you did, and they don't want it, they don't want you, then that's your answer right there. That's your answer. So tune in to some other Friday, 7 p.m. and Coda's Crib, and we'll be there.